Hello once again. In this video I want to talk about Concord. Concord is another aspect of English that is somewhat complicated to my students. They usually say, "Oh, Mrs. Karim, this cannot be like this, it doesn't sound well." And I tell them that the rule of Concord, you just have to follow it. And once you can identify about the 24 rules of Concord, then you'll be able to speak correctly and you know you are speaking appropriately. So in this today work, we want to look at Concord. Now, naturally, what does Concord mean? Concord in English grammar means agreement between a word and a subject. I want you to follow this one meticulously so that we don't miss any aspect. So that even we will be able to see some of the mistakes we make in grammar when we speak, and we can begin to adjust to some of them. Now, we said we want to look at the rules of Concord. We'll be looking at the 24 rules of Concord. Of course, I'm going to take one today. But I need to explain the basic of this rule of Concord, how it's joined together, so that when you get to rule 2, you will know that I'm coming from rule 1. So the first one, we want to look at subject-verb Concord. The subject-verb Concord says, when I have a singular subject, it must follow a singular verb. When I have a plural subject, it must follow a plural verb. Now the question should now be, which one is singular subject? Which one is singular verb? So let's look at verb first. What it means to say this is singular verb and this is singular, this is plural verb. Now we have our verb, and so let's look at it. Then we say this is singular, and we say this is plural. Plural. We have plural, so let's divide it. Now, mostly your singular verb ends with s or es. So you can have something like with, the one with s, the plural will be with. You can have does, the plural will be do. Then you can have runs, and the plural will be run. Now, when it usually take the form of es or s in your singular verb, and this singular verb, they follow the third person pronoun. The third person pronoun in a sentence. What do I mean by that? So know that this is your what? Singular. This singular verb with, does, runs, and the plural are with the ones without the s. So let's put this into action. But before we put it into action, let's look at when we say singular subject. What do we mean by singular subject? What do we mean by plural subject? Now you are familiar with your SVO. Your SVO is the subject. Your S is the subject, your V is the verb, and your O is the object. Okay? So when you say the subject is the giver of an action, the verb is the action that is performed, the object is the receiver of the action. Later we'll be talking about direct subject and indirect subject. But today let's just talk about the SVO. We want to just use it for our Concord. Now, so when you have a singular subject, I said the singular verb takes the form of the third person pronoun, and we are talking about he, she, it. So I can join it to a verb and I say he runs home, he, she, it runs home every day. And so this is my verb. It is what? Singular. Why is it singular? Why am I using runs? Is because this one, they are singular subjects. We have to take note of this. They are what? Singular subjects. Now, when they are plural subject, it takes the form of what? The form of plural verb. So let's look at the plural subject and plural verb. So I will have they run home every day. So this is my verb, which is what? It is plural. Why is it plural? Why am I using run? Because the subject is what? Plural. So that is the first rule of the Concord, and it connects to every other aspect that you are going to talk about. So the moment you do not understand this, you might be finding it difficult when we are doing the other ones. So singular subject takes the form take singular verb, while plural subject takes the what? The plural verb. So let's slow down here, then we'll continue from here in the next class. Bye.